The Architect of Fate. Dr. Elena Meyers had always been fascinated by decision-making patterns. As a cognitive psychologist specializing in choice architecture, she had spent 15 years developing sophisticated algorithms that could predict how people would respond to specific scenarios. Her breakthrough came unexpectedly while analyzing data from a longitudinal study spanning 3 decades. The patterns were unmistakable. Childhood experiences between ages 3 to 7 created predictable neural pathways that significantly influenced adult decision-making, particularly under stress or time pressure. "It's remarkable," she told her research partner, Dr. Wei. "When we input these 5 childhood variables, we can predict major life decisions with 87% accuracy. The human brain creates these decision frameworks early, and they become nearly invisible to us as adults." Elena's research gained attention from government agencies. Soon she was consulting with the Department of Behavioral Science, helping design public health campaigns and disaster response protocols based on her findings. During one of these consultations, she was granted access to psychological profiles of several world leaders for a resilience study. As she fed their data into her algorithm, she noticed something peculiar: similarities in their childhood experiences that seemed statistically improbable. "The odds of these specific childhood events occurring naturally in this precise pattern across these individuals is astronomically low," she explained away. "It's like finding the same rare genetic mutation in unrelated people from different continents." Elena began investigating further, collecting additional data on these leaders' backgrounds. The deeper she looked, the more disturbing the picture became. Their formative experiences, from seemingly random childhood traumas to educational opportunities, followed patterns that appeared engineered to create specific decision-making frameworks. Late one night in her lab, Elena received an encrypted message from an anonymous source. "You've discovered the framework. Look into the Horizon Foundation's early childhood initiatives from 1980 to 1995. The Horizon Foundation had been a major funder of international education and orphanage programs across developing nations. Many of today's leaders have passed through these programs or received scholarships from them. Elena's investigation revealed that a behavioral psychologist named Dr. Marcus Reed had pioneered the Foundation's methodology. His papers, published in obscure journals, detailed how specific childhood experiences could be orchestrated to create predictable adult behaviors, essentially programming future decision-making. As Elena dug deeper, she discovered that several key world leaders had experienced suspiciously similar childhood circumstances designed to create specific behavioral patterns. One pattern encouraged risk aversion in financial matters, another created strong preferences for hierarchical structures, and another instilled deep distrust of certain nations or ideologies. When she finally tracked down Dr. Reed, who was now living in seclusion, he was unsurprised by her visit. "I wondered when someone would notice," he said calmly. "We weren't trying to control people. We were trying to create stability. The world needed leaders who would make rational, predictable decisions in crises." "But you manipulated their lives," Elena argued. "You took away their genuine choices." Reed smiled sadly. "Did we? Or did we simply organize experiences that would have happened anyway? Some child were going to lose their parents in that flood. Some children were going to receive that scholarship. We just directed the lightning." "What gives you the right to decide who becomes what?" Elena demanded. "The same right that gives parents the power to shape their children, or teachers to mold students, or media to influence viewers," Reed replied. "We all shape each other, Dr. Meyers. The only difference is that we did it consciously, with purpose." As Elena prepared to make her findings public, she received a thick file, her own childhood history, annotated with interventions she had never known about, a teacher who took special interest in her, a scholarship that directed her towards psychology, a mentor who guided her research topics. "Welcome to the framework," the note read. "We've been waiting for you to discover us. The world needs someone who understands both free will and determinism to guide the next generation of the program." Elena sat in her office, staring at her life laid out as a series of calculated interventions. Had her choices ever truly been her own? Or had she been subtly guided to this very moment, to this very discovery? She looked at her research, patterns that could predict human behavior. She looked at Reed's work patterns that could shape human behavior, and she realized the fine line between understanding choices and engineering them. The moral of the story: true freedom isn't the absence of influence, but the awareness of it. Our choices are shaped by countless forces, some visible, some hidden, but consciousness of these influences is the first step toward authentic decision-making. We may never escape all the patterns laid down in our past, but in recognizing them, we gain the power to write our own futures.